Hi, fellow Disha members. I hope you all are doing well and healthy. So I have a question to you all. Do you believe in destiny? If yes, just raise your hand. Do you believe in destiny? Yeah, fine. I can see a lot of people raising their hand. I do believe in destiny. Let me tell you a story that reveals how I became a member in Disa. The whole purpose of this meeting and the theme of this meeting is, let me tell you. So let me start with my story of how I became a member of Disha. Around 2 years before, I was in my balcony, and my wife suddenly told me, "Hey Ashik, there is somebody who is putting a net on the balcony. We already have a lot of pigeon issues, and the excreta or the excretion of this pigeon is causing a lot of dirt in the balcony. Can you just go and talk to him and let us do those kind of net in our balcony also?" So what on that day, it was a weekend, we also checked with our security, who is this flat. It's in the 11th floor, we are in the 12th floor. Then on the same day, I went and I said hi, and me and my wife together with our daughter, she's just 6 months old then. And we went and we spoke with this family. And that's the first time I'm seeing Mr. Ajit Kumar, the president of Disha. So at that time, it was a very informal discussion. I said, I want to know from where you bought this, net and all, because we are facing a lot of issues. This excreta is actually being put on the baby's clothes, the smell, the black, green, a lot of things, a lot of effort every day my wife is putting on cleaning the balcony. And that's how I personally met Mr. Ajit Kumar. And from there, I call it destiny. And I'm here talking to you all people, a member of Disha. I'm really happy that I could do a little bit of my contribution to the bigger things Mr. Ajit and you fellow Disha members are doing. And for me, I think charity gives a deep sense of self-satisfaction. And it's a greater pleasure because we all are together here. It's a very bigger family. There are young people, there are old people, and everybody's purpose is one. Now, this is what I want to tell you, and I told you about the theme, so-called theme for this meeting. Now, the purpose of this meeting is, first thing is to have a get-together with all you people, because we are going through some really challenging times. And the second is to have an element of a program or a session, so-called the quiz program. Now, before handing over to the president of Disha, I want to call him like a humble, grounded, one who is having a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience, and one who always wanted to do good for others. Let me put it very brief and very short, because he told me, don't give me a lot of introduction. Make it sweet, make it short. But I have to say at least this. For me to complete my MPA program, he was my mentor. And there is always a positive aura around him. And that is why, we are here, and that is why we have this much members coming here and attending this session from in some part of UAE and some part of India also. So by saying this, I want to welcome the president of Disha, Mr. Ajit Kumar. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. In fact, seeing all of you together, I am having a feeling that, in fact, seeing all of you together, I am having a feeling that I have reached my native place, Alua, for the annual vacation. All my family members are in and around. It is really a great feeling. Dear friends, in fact, we are going through a very tough time because of this invisible creature, he's creating a lot of difficulties in our life. And in this situation, I would like to mention about few people who are fighting against this this invisible creature by risking their own lives, and they are fighting against this virus not for themselves but for us. I am referring to the doctors, nurses, medical workers, policemen, and the volunteers who are risking their life and fighting against this virus. As all of you know, rather as all of us know, even wearing the mask for 6 or 8 hours is creating us so much difficulties. So imagine these medical workers wearing this PPE kit for 14 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours together, and working in this against this corona in the most risky circumstances. You can imagine how difficult it is. On behalf of Disha, let me give them a big salute to these brave men and women. I would humbly dedicate this program for these people. This program is dedicated to this real heroes of our society. Now, as far as Disa is concerned, as probably you may all know about it, it was started 7 years back. To be more precise, on October 14, 2013, with the 10 members. We were having 10 members at that time. And our motto was welfare of the society and welfare of the members. We were doing small activities one by one. And slowly many people started joining our organization. So as of now, against the 10 members in the beginning, we have now 120 members in the group. We are not claiming that we have done the big social activities or big charity works and all, but we were trying to do whatever maximum possible, and all these were possible because of the support of this 120 members. Let me thank each one of them for the great support they are giving to this organization. Now, when we talk about these activities, one of these activities always very close to my mind. I would like to share about this activity to you. It is the monthly grocery distribution we are doing for the last 3 years. 3 years before, we happened to meet, as Ashik has initially asked, do you believe in destiny? So this is one of the destiny. Accidentally, we met Dr. M.S. Sunil, who was a retired professor of Catholic Ed College, Pathanamthitta, who was a social worker. So some article came in a newspaper, and I called her and asked her whether we can do a project in Kerala with your help. She readily agreed, and she herself has volunteered to deliver the grocery kit to the needy families every month. So starting from 25 families in the beginning, now we are able to give a grocery kit every month to 93 families. This grocery kit consisting of basic grocery items worth Indian rupees 1,000 or dirhams 50 is being purchased and handed over by Dr. M.S. Sunil and her associate, Mr. Jesla. I would like to thank both of them for the great support they are giving. When we talk about this grocery distribution, in this context, I would like to mention about Oriental Insurance Company, who came forward to support us for this social activities, starting with the grocery distribution. They took this grocery distribution as a part of their corporate social responsibility, which they are doing not only for Disha, but in many other areas they are doing this social activities, and they took this activity as a part of their corporate social responsibility. So imagine the culture of the organization. I would like to thank Mr. Amit Mulani, the CEO of Oriental Insurance, for the great support he is giving us, and also to the staff members of Oriental Insurance. We are initiating any project. The first thing we used to verify is that whether the intermediary in between is having the sufficient integrity to ensure that whatever fund we are giving is used properly to the purpose for which it is destined. So So far, we have not done anything in the medical field, but recently we came across Sri Ramakrishna Ashram Hospital, Trivandrum, which is run by Sri Ramakrishna Mission, founded by Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda. And through them, we started now working on medical aid wing also. We could support to families, and we are working on that. So what I would like to convey is that whatever activities we are doing, we are making it foolproof and ensuring that it doesn't go to the wrong hands. Now, considering the future program, we are having a plan now to introduce a current news-based audio program wherein various characters depicted will discuss the recent developments of a social activity or social event to convey the idea what it is all about. So it is purely a audio program that is being designed, and my colleagues Hari Iyer, Jay Kumar, Shailesh, Niji, and are all working on that. As soon as the program is finalized, we are planning is to launch on the next Friday, and we will be doing it as a launching program only, and we will see it how it is being accepted by the public. So you are the people who has to judge whether this program is acceptable, and if it is acceptable, we will make it a regular practice to continue this for every week or once in every 2 weeks. The latest social issue will be addressed. So that is another program we are having. In fact, I would like to be with you for a long time, but unfortunately, Ashik is showing his face. Friends, it is time to bid farewell. Once again, thank you for joining us, and I wish you all a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ajit Kumar. It was a lovely introduction of Disa. And now, getting into the main interest of this program, one point is to have the members itself talk about their experience, which they were going through in last 6 months or last 1 year, or in general, their experience with Disa. For this purpose, there are few people who have volunteered because they want to tell this to the other members. And one such gentleman, when I talked to this personality, when I talked about this personality with our Disa president, Mr. Ajit Kumar, he told me he's the CEO of Oriental Insurance Company, Dubai. And then I asked him, okay, so is he associated with Disa for a long time? And this is what Mr. Ajit said. He's a very nice guy, and he does take things personally, and he does things professionally, and he and Disa is closely bonded. When we checked with him what he think about Disa, in one word, this is what he said: selfless. And he added being, consistent seva. You do something to some people, and if you do it consistently, that reach miles. My fellow Disa members, I'm talking about this gentleman who has inspired many and is going to inspire you all with his experience, what he's going to share. I would request everybody to applaud him. I know it's virtual, still applaud him with your hands and welcome our dear Mr. Amit Mulani. Over to you, sir. You can unmute and please, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Mr. Ajit. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk. I'm very happy and excited to be here. Mr. Ajit mentioned that this program is in honor of all the heroes working in the medical industry. But you will all agree that everybody on this group today is also a hero in their own way, because we all are involved in one way or the other in helping people in need. So I've been given a few minutes to talk. So I have a small little speech I've prepared. First topic is COVID. My experience of COVID is definitely a lot of things have gone wrong for society. There's been some negative things, but my focus today will be on the positive things that have happened. One of the main positive things for me has been a deeper sense of value. Value for my job. We were not able to go to work. Value for my family, where there is a sense of thankfulness for having one, having their companionship during the lockdown. Value for my friends. Me and my son used to go down every morning in the garden just for about half an hour to take a walk. So we couldn't go down for 3 weeks. And we still tried. We used to sneak down. But in 10-15 minutes, the security guards used to chase us back up. So that went on for about 3 weeks. So value for going out, whenever you want to a garden. And lastly, also value for staying at home and not always or not sometimes going out aimlessly. So that was my experience of COVID. Now I'll talk a little bit about Disa. I fully agree with the introduction that was given for Mr. Ajit. I think those words are also not enough to express, his humility and dedication. It's not easy having a full-time job and also doing seva full-time, I would say. Especially in the last 48 hours, he's been talking to me late evenings, early mornings on the weekend. So that shows a lot of dedication. For me, Disa is, in 2 words, consistent seva. I think what is more important than giving is consistent giving. So what Disa has done as one example of one of their projects is that they have given the people in the part of Kerala where they're donating groceries, the sense of security that come what may, come what may, you will get your groceries at the beginning of the month. And that consistent work and brings security. And I think that's one of the best things they've done, that no matter what, those groceries get delivered to the same people every month. And it's not easy, but they're doing it. And, thank you for doing that. And thank you for also making our company and me and all my colleagues a part of your great work. And good luck and have a great evening, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Amit. That sounds a lot of wisdom, and your voice sounds it itself gives a lot of positive energy. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Amit. Now,
Thank you.
my pleasure. In continuation with the member talk, Mr. A. Balakrishnan. So, talking about him, again, because I am not aware about all these personalities, because I'm trying to understand all of you through our dear Mr. Ajit Kumar, our Disha president, the soul of Disha. So when I talked about him, what I understood is being in such having a lot of experience in professional life. And I requested Mr. Ajit to have a word with him to get some details about, to get some information about Disha from him. This is the 2 words he used about Disha: the goodness and the collaboration. You can, everybody all have the capability to do something, but it's very difficult to, when you combine a lot of people, there are a lot of voices, there are a lot of suggestions, a lot of ideas, but to have them collaborated and do this goodness, it's a different feeling. And again, this is what he told about Disha. uh, the fun of collaboration. And while he has career ambitions, he would like to have a social ambition, have a sense of self-satisfaction, and have a plan for that. That was wonderful, wonderful to hear, because I have a professional plan. I have a personal life. I mean, when I got married, I told myself, okay, maybe in 3-4 years we'll have the first baby. Fortunately, I got the first baby within the first year. And so similarly, it sounds great to have a plan for your social service or the selfness service which you have in your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Disha members, please applaud this personality, and I invite our dear Balakrishnan.
Good evening, dear friends. Hope I am audible. Hope all of you are safe and doing very well. And I think the community is so fortunate because not affected by the COVID. That is why we have spirit to assemble. And my job, actually, I have given 3 minutes, and one for two things. One, my experience, and about Disha, I need to tell in 3 minutes. So at the outset, I am extremely grateful to each one of you to invite me. Though I am not an active member, I actually joined when Ajit formed this group. At those times, I frequently visit Dubai. Last 1 year, I couldn't visit. And we had a company over there. I had a resident visa. At that time, I joined with Ajit in this group. And subsequently, little bit of contribution I had. That also I contributed. And then actually what happened in 2018, you know, Kerala had a very miserable flood. And then it was really affected personally to me and also my entire neighborhood and my village. So then I thought I focused there to revive that particular area. Then a lot of activity we had to do. And in this particular scenario, this COVID, we started with the destiny. And I personally believe that the entire calamity, this catastrophe, is actually created by all of us. The one reason is actually we are not obeying the rules of the nature. Majority, we are developing ourselves, we are building so many things, but there is actually, we are doing a lot of mistake to the nature. And I was actually reading a book, very interesting book. I recommend that book to each one of you, which is actually COVID-19 Catastrophe by Richard Horton. This is an interesting book. It is telling the story till June, what happened and how it is actually affected mankind. Probably after the Second World War, which none of us witnessed. And this is the unprecedented event which mankind witnessed. Today, what is actually happening in, especially I have around 500 people in my team. Most of us are unable to work. Some of them are working from home. And I'm also under pressure on various other things, cutting down jobs, cutting down salaries and other things. Some of you are also have similar kind of a feeling. This is actually creating much more harmful to the entire society, economy, and entire every walks of life. And I assume that it is not the virus is actually creating the problem. The post-COVID-19 situation will be even more alarming. And because of the economic issues, job losses, and so many other issues. And yesterday there was a seminar conducted by Indian Express. So eminent people from various walks of life, they were presenting their views. The job losses globally itself is they are talking about around 33%. So entire world, 33%, 1/3 of the world is going to lose their jobs. What is the meaning of that? So that means those who have jobs as of now are fortunate, extremely fortunate. Even if we are getting money for our daily life, then we are fortunate. There are so many unfortunate people in and around in our world. So our entire work, entire life, see, probably Ashik and all are very young. Myself, Ajit, and are towards the end of our career. So we don't have a long way to go, whereas there are so many youngsters are actually here. They have to take it up this as a new opportunity and challenges to give back to the community. That is something very important for us. We have to recreate everything. Whatever we have recreated, I am not talking about the brick and mortar setup, what we have created, the life and livelihood we created. It is actually great threat on that. That is actually the outcome of this COVID-19 virus impact. It is not the actually, of course, 10 million people affected. Majority, 90%, they are actually, it is not a deadly virus. Actually, the death rate in some, for example, Kerala death rate is less than 1%. Many places it is less than 1%. So that way, if you take many other diseases have a very other mortality rate. But the mortality rate is not. But the problem is we are locked down. We are actually sitting at home and we don't have job. We don't have livelihood. Then that is actually the outcome of this particular pandemic. Now, what is to be done? Actually, what is to be done is, one is we may have to give up many things. See, I used to travel all over India. Ajit knows. Actually, I used to come to Dubai. Next evening flight, I'll come back. I am actually operating out of Cochin, and which is something like hectic schedule. And nothing happened the last 9 months. I am at home. The world remains same. Sun rising, sun is setting, and all the birds, everything, they are actually enjoying their life except human being. So the destiny which you actually started with, that destiny we created, it is not to the entire natural resources. It is only to the human beings. So this book actually what it says is, so we created this problem, so we are suffering. Now we have to give back to the nature, including our neighborhood, then we will resolve this problem. So this is actually what I would like to say. But apart from that, I am really sad because let me tell you that today morning, I got a message from one of the senior executives from a shipping company operating. It is very large shipping company in the world. I do not want to mention the name. He's a very senior executive, and we had friendship more than 2 decades. He said, we are winding up in India. We just consolidated in Mumbai. So you know the number of people. They have around 1,800 people. 1,800 people, and they just confined to 550 people in Mumbai just to. So there are so many companies like that. What is going to happen in this scenario is there will be a lot of issues coming to the society in the post-pandemic situation. So my submission is, we are actually fortunate, though this fortune has to be shared somehow. Otherwise, we can't live in this world. So that is all from my side. In fact, there are a lot of experience personally also. If, for example, I have a lot of experience with the healthcare workers, experience with my colleague, experience with police, and also internationally, because I used to work in some projects in Europe. So I am in touch with Europe. In fact, I have many friends in Spain, and we are in touch with them. When compared with the many issues which they are talking about, some of us are really fortunate. So my submission again is, actually let us share this fortune we have today. We do not know tomorrow what will happen, but let us share this and bring up the society. That is all. Thank you again, and enjoy the evening. And I'm extremely grateful to Ajit and each one of you to invite me and share these words. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Mr. Balakrishnan. I mean, we know you as executive director of GeoJit Financial Services, and you did really talk a lot of sense. That's going to be the reality. What's after COVID-19? That's more scary than what we are now facing. That's a 100% reality. Thank you so much once again for your kind words. Now we have had two gentlemen talking about their experience. Now I think we should talk about we should hear about something from a wonderful lady, and uh, um, okay. See, I've been actually told there is an order for calling the members. Wonderful. So what we have, yeah. So the next speaker. When we again talked to them, when we discussed about what do you think about your purpose of life, and what do you, because we want to align everyone to know the purpose of life and what do you think about Disha. So it sounds good. So when we talked to this personality, he said the purpose would be to think good, do good, be good, and live the life which is ever lovely with the blessings of Almighty. I think this gentleman has covered everything. That's what we want to see from others. And when we asked about Disha, he said it in 2 words. The complete family is kind, and it's a superb association to be with. So, friends, I again want to request everybody to give a big applause and call this gentleman who is the manager of Alliance Insurance in Dubai. Let us welcome Mr. Kalaimani. Please, over to you, sir.
Have I come? Have I come? Good. Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammad Ashish. Thank you. And before that, I thank you, my predecessors, for giving an excellent speech about their own experience with COVID and with Disa. I convey my sincere thanks to them. And let me go into and cut short your valuable time, which has been little taken away. Okay, I know what I meant, is it? So let me say, I convey my sincere thanks to Mr. Ajit, excellent man, and is the, I can say, honorable president of Disa. And what is Disa? In Tamil, Disa, directions. Directions are many. So this is Disa, D-I-S-A, in Malayalam. I'm a Tamil guy from Tamil Nadu. So Disa, directions, many directions are there. I cannot say what is that. But Disa makes you to walk on the path of kindness. On the path of kindness. So we are all kind people, and we are all with the Disa and with Mr. Ajit Kumar and his excellent team of office bearers of Disa. And this is a non-profit organization, informally organized, and now it has been formally organized. And you know about that, recently members are introduced among each other by compilation of data. And it's all through WhatsApp messages. Very nice. But I want to say something about Disa, my experience with Disa. As doctor was telling, no, he is invisible. He is only there to contribute and all support. The same way I have been. Many times Mr. Ajit asked me to come. I did not. But no other way, I have to say a few words about Disa. You know, Disa has been giving a lot of activities, welfare activities. I can say another way, one by one I'll tell you, building houses to the needy and providing stationery to the needy students. I don't want to say where and all. In India, we are Indians. I don't want to say which place and all. And Dr. Sunil teacher is there, and Jeswal is there always. They extend their hands every time and all the time. Our special thanks to them. And apart from that, a lot of activities like grocery, as he has been telling, every month, grocery goes to the needy. And during COVID period also, Dr. Sunil teacher and Jeswal have contributed. Thanks a lot. COVID, you know about COVID, simply stay away, stay safe, stay away from COVID. You should stay careful. how just sanitizer, be bold using the hand sanitizer, wearing the mask. Of course, Mohammad Ashik is not wearing the mask. Wearing is hanging the mask. Why? He's alone. He's maintaining a social distance. Absolutely no problem. In all offices, even my office also, guys like Ashik, all young guys, you don't wear mask. Mask is hanging. Even in Dubai also, I can see many guys are hanging the mask. That's not that. You should wear. Doctor was telling, no, you should take care of yourself. But we don't. We have to. When you take care of yourself, you're taking care of everybody. Are you doing it? But Disa is doing it. Absolutely. There are a lot. And Disa does give clothes and blankets to the needy. Where? In UAE. They go to the deserts and distribute. A lot of pictures were shared by Mr. Ajit Kumar. The members are very benevolent. Really very good. Response. Whenever something has to be done, immediately the members contribute immediately. That is very, very good. So I said, no, the direction on the path of kindness, people are showing kindness. And of course, doctor was telling young guys like Mohammad Ashik, and a lot of young guys are there. I didn't see them, but the day will come, we'll come to know more. They have to carry on this long. It's a long journey. And apart from that, we have a lot of messages coming to our WhatsApp messages about life. And those good messages are coming. And some wrong messages coming, immediately Ajit deletes it and gives a warning also. See the way he drives the crowd, you can say the member, the benevolent members, and the right path towards the kindness. So we are achieving. Nice, that's very good. I love Disa. So in one of the, just last but not the least, they conducted recently, I think before last year, in the annual celebrations, one army drama, you can say military drama. Excellently, they portrayed a love towards the country. Of course, any country, that's our country, India. Nicely portrayed. A small family, you see the sacrifice of lives involved during fights and all. Now we are fighting with COVID, where in the army people only fight. Whereas here, we're all fighting. Why don't we extend our help? Why don't we follow all this, whatever doctor was telling? All are knowing it. So we should follow and win over, and we should be kind to everyone. I wish Disa to carry on his activities forever. I love Disa. God bless you all. I don't want to take much more time. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed and Mr. Ajit Kumar, for having given excellent opportunity. My special thanks to all the office bearers of Disa. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you. Nandri.
Thank you so much, sir, for the kind words. At least for you, for a couple of seconds, I will wear this because I'm wearing this from last so many months.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's a reason. I mean, just to add with what Mr. R. Dear Kalamani have said. There is an issue that is going to come. All the speakers are talking sense actually. There is an issue that is going to come because when you wear this mask for 30 minutes or say, there are workers who wear this for 6 hours, 7 hours, and you are breathing your own oxygen. And this is going to cause a lot of issues to your other organs.
Yes, I know carbon dioxide.
Yes, so you have to maintain the safety. Yes. You have to wear this whenever you are isolated or have the social distance.
Yes,
breathe freely. Fantastic.
Social
you said
distance.
It, sir. You said it perfectly well.
Yeah, I agree with maintaining social distance. Breathe well. Yeah. Go away from the people. Breathe well wherever you are there, in the office and all. I used to tell my colleagues, when you are wearing without that, you're just wearing. You are not wearing. Just hanging. Come on, take air. Go to the balcony. I mean, go to the other side, portrait. There are a lot of open sites in the office. Go there. Have the nice breathe. Come back. Work. Don't spread it. Let's contain it. We are winning over. We all pray to the Almighty. We are definitely winning over because our soldiers were still fighting, but I don't want to elongate my speech. Thanks a lot, Mr. Mohammed. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now we'll get into the much awaited part of the session. That is actually the quiz program. So we'll be going to start this quiz session in a couple of minutes. And just to give an idea once again, we would request, there are few people who have, you have mentioned the name as Francis. So if you can rename yourself with the name of your registered name, it will be helpful for us to, yeah. So, okay, then that's fine. So Francis Ashok is not participating in the quiz, then that is fine. Now there is another, that is B07295549. That's a name we have. So I would again request you to rename yourself. I can see here B0729549. I would request you to please rename yourself. Otherwise, you can let us know who you are so that we'll rename for you. Then we could see one name, that is Soumya. Okay, we could see the Sonia Kurana. So I think it's Chantini, Miss Chantini Kurana. So so you are also, we found that you are also not participating in the quiz, then that is fine. Then there is one name, Firoz. Okay, wonderful. So that part is clear. So all the people who have, yeah. So apart from one name, all other names have been compiled, and it is with your registered name, and it is fine. So, but only name we have left with is there is one account, that is B0729549. So we would request you to rename. In between that, I want to inform you the rules once again. You have 20 questions. For every question, we'll select 3 first come first basis winners. So every question, 3 right answers will be given some points. First right answer 15, second 10, and third 5. And similarly, when we complete all the 20 questions, we will again go on with the members talk, and in between we'll be finding out who is the winner or the winners for this quiz program. So in another less than 1 minute, we're gonna share the screen and we're gonna start the questions. So what you all have to do is, if within 30 seconds find the answer, go to the chat box and reply to the Disha host. That is the name given to the person to whom you have to put your answer. So in a less than a minute, we're going to start this quiz session. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for everyone. Patience. It's a long stretch, 20 questions. We initially thought to divide it by 10 and 10, but then we decided let's not break the flow of answering to questions. So we want to upfront we want to apologize for the extended going of the meeting, because it's the first time we are doing an online meeting, and we can see so many people coming up with a lot of energy, and they are sharing the experience. And we are very so much happy to conclude this quiz session. Now, coming back to there are three more members who have volunteered to share their experience. We would okay. So the next member, uh, she is an associate manager of UA Exchange. When we asked her about Disha, she made it very short, and she said, Disha is like a helping hand. I normally call those who help me in tough times the healing hand. So similar to that, she used this terminology. Disha is a helping hand. Wonderful. And when we asked her about her purpose of life, because all the members in Disha are very unique. Everybody have a different purpose in their life. And she said, her is to inspire and motivate all the people who get connected with her. I would request everybody to applaud her, give a big thumbs up, or whatever features you can use in the Zoom. And let us invite our next member, Ms. Chandini Kurana. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Brilliant. A very, very, very good evening to everybody. I'm so happy to be here. This is like the first online meeting of Disa. And as he has already introduced, my name is Chandini. I am basically from New Delhi, but have been in, in UAE, let's say, for the past 20 years. So I call myself a Bedouin. And I have been attached to Disa thanks to Ajit. I think from the starting when Disa I was the lucky few members, the 10 members who started, who joined Disa. So I'm very, very happy to kind of join them and be with them in this journey of so many years now. And I'm attached to Disa organization because they are a team who I actually believe in very much. I believe that they have a lot of clarity in their vision to help as many people as possible. And I honestly believe in them, and I'm very thankful to Ajit, who we connected for work actually, and he mentioned about Disa, and I jumped on the chance and I joined immediately. I have been with them through this journey of grocery distributions that they do every month. I have been like with them for building even a house. In fact, last year or last year, we had built a house for somebody who's very needy. Then we can talk about blankets that have been given to, I don't know how this concept came with Ajit. It was a very unique and a very, very idea that they went into the middle of the desert actually for people who actually work for the camels and for the Bedouins, the poor people who are there, to distribute blankets in the camps that are there, the camel camps that are there. Then we have also done things like distributing clothes for the workers who are there at the ships out living in the ports, or who come in the dhows and the ships. So we provided clothes for them. Then they have also thought of education for the economically challenged kids who come from the economic challenged families, poor kids who are there. So they've done career guidance. They have provided basically the stationaries to all the children. So I have been part of all this journey. I also need to mention, I can't forget to mention, the small wing of Disa, which is the Disa Productions. Disa Productions is basically also a small wing, which is where they have, under this wing, they have done 3 dramas till now, I think. Yeah, correct me, Ajit, if I'm wrong. It's 3 dramas that you've done till now. Yeah. And last but not the least, the new activity that has been added as of this year, 2020, which is the requirement. I think this comes from the COVID, being actually in the air, that there are a lot of people getting sick and a lot of people are falling ill. So the new activity that I think Disa has started is basically giving funds, arranging funds for people who need medical treatment and cannot afford it. Raising funds has always been a challenge, I feel, but not for Disa. Disa is a team, Disa is a group that stands up to its commitment every single time. In fact, I need to share one experience with you. I'm sure most of you know that UAE Exchange is also going through its challenges at the moment as an organization. So about a month back, last month, we were going through some challenges, especially for our branch people, because their pay is not very high. And it was becoming a little difficult for them to manage. So we had thought that we will talk to our sponsors and arrange food, kits for them or something. The first name that came to my mind, and I stood up for my company and I told them, I said, you know what, I can help. Let me go to Disa, let me go to Ajit, talk to him and see with Disa if they can manage this. And they did. Within a few hours, Ajit had connected with my HR department, with me, and saying, Chandni, we can arrange, let us know how many food kits are required, how many kits are required, how many people, how the logistics will work out later, but let us know. Fortunately, our other sponsors also helped, so we didn't need it really from this at the moment, but we did thank Ajit for yet again standing up for it. So I know that this as a team, this as an organization which always stands up for its commitment. So I'm really, really honestly very, very happy to be a part of this. I'm very and extremely thankful to Ajit to include me in this group, to make me a part of it. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be working with them, and I'm happy to go ahead, take this long journey ahead with them. In fact, Disa has taught me something. Disa has taught me to help others selflessly. So like you said, Mr. Mohammed, like you introduced me and I said that Disa means helping hand for me. Disa also means God's method, means, if God guides you, let's say God's guidance and his methods, he guides you to help in your own way. If you don't have too much, even the little help that we give can be a great contribution. The small contribution, in fact, that we make can be a great help for some of the, lower income society people, or some of the poor, needy people, or let's say it can be a support for anybody. So I think what I would say is that let's all together spread goodness, happiness, with Disa. And I wish this organization, I wish Ajit all the very best and all the very good things for taking this ahead. Honestly, it's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant job that Ajit, you have started. And in this journey from 10 people, now you're talking about 129 people joining hands. And I'm sure there'll be many more to come, many more who join. So, I don't have, I can go on and on and on and say something, but I'm lucky and I'm happy to be here. Honestly, I'm lucky and very happy to be part of this journey of Disa. Thank you so much, and namaskaram to all. Thank you.
That was wonderfully said, madam. Like you said, God has a lot of methods and a lot of ways to help others, and definitely Disha is indeed a way to help many people and many more in the future. That you said it wonderfully well. Now for the next member, I personally love a lot of planning. So when Mr. Ajit told me that this member is a financial planner, I said, okay, great. That's we want to hear about him also, because the people who plan a lot, they plan their life, they plan their career, they plan their whatever they things they do, and with the planning they joined Disha. With the planning they are moving ahead. When we talked about him, and this is what he said about Disha. Disha is kind of a dedicated service center. I want to just correlate this with our first member experience, that is Mr. Amit, Amit, Mr. Amit Mulani have said, it's all about consistency. Now, Mr. Francis Ashok, who is our next member, what he said is dedicated. And when we asked him about his purpose of life, this is what he said: strive to be the best person in whatever he does. Friends, please give him a round applause, huge round of applause. And let us invite our next member, Mr. Francis Ashok. Over to you, sir.
Hi, good evening. Hope you all hear me. Yeah. Uh, my name is Francis. I'm a financial advisor. I have helped many people protect themselves against uncertainties in life, protect their loved ones and protect their families. And I've been in this industry for about 20 years now, and I do it with a passion. Okay, and I'm a member of Disa for the last about 1 year. When I met Ajit, 1 year ago, he said the activity is done by Disa. And the moment he said, what all services they do, it really, inspired me. And I said, okay, fine, I'll be a part of it. And the main thing I liked about Disa is the grocery distributions, what we do every month, to the needy families in Kerala, which is something a real good, cause for the society. And if I have to say a few things about the current pandemic, okay, this has really taught many of us, the importance of leading a healthy lifestyle, okay, and also the importance of having good, food habits and a disciplined lifestyle, which is very important for all of us. In fact, if you ask me personally, to be very frank, I've been, a smoker for about nearly 30 years. But now, in the last 4 5 months time, that is something, I decided, I'll quit, which I think, is a very positive thing, in me. And also I got used to do yoga and all, the good things. It has bring in some discipline, in my life. Not only in me, I think, it has done this, to many people, during this current pandemic, which is a good positive sign. And that's it. I wish Disa to do many more, activities, for the society, and I'm sure I'll be a part of it. Thank you.
Wonderfully said, sir. We couldn't see your face. Is it possible you can just put the video on and we just want to see your face? Is it possible, sir?
I think there's some issue in the video. That's why I shared my picture with.
No problem. No problem. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you once again for your kind words. And like you said, there are a lot of positive things that is happening to people during this tough, challenging COVID times. It's great to hear your words. Now, at the end of this members talk session, we have got now head of a department of business management and department of computer applications. When we again asked him about what is his thinking about Disha, this is what he said: systematic. Now, friends, if we collect all the people's understanding about Disha, it's all about selfless, commitment, consistent, dedicated, and this member have said it's all about systematic way of doing selfless service. He said it's systematic charity, and this is what his purpose in life: to empower, academic empowerment and the rehabilitation of the weaker section of the society. That sounds great. That's a great purpose to have in one's life, to help the needy. Friends, with huge round of applause, I would request everybody to invite our next member speaker, Dr. Firoz PM. Please, over to you, sir. Please.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Ashik. And I have one problem here. Sometimes the connection may be in trouble. I don't know if I can continue up the end of this period. Anyway, I will try my best. I express my gratitude to Mr. Ajit and his Mrs. Ajit and all of the rest of the members of the Disha. Actually, I'm not an active member, but a passive observance. I think it is till from 1914 or 14 onwards with Disha. I was in Dubai and Sharjah. Last year onwards, I shifted to Kerala. Now I am here. So everything is smooth and things are happy up to the March. The second or third week of March, what happened? The government declared lockdown, and government declared lockdown. All academics, rest of the world, like the rest of the world, all academic activities are stopped, and hostels are evacuated, and there is a full uncertainty. Exams are cancelled indefinitely. See, I'm talking about the academic aspect of and its impact on COVID, academic activities and the impact on COVID. And this thing happened in the last March. And then there is actually this March is a very busy year, the end of the financial year as well as end of the academic year. All academicians are very busy because in India, particularly in Kerala, the April and May is the summer vacation. So then from the government they give a direction, the last week of May, you start classes when the reopening the colleges in 1st of the June itself online. Actually, this is a big challenge for the entire academicians, teachers, as well as students and parents. But not like in Dubai, here the connectivity issues are there. No, in some places, there is no internet connection. Then how we can do the online classes? In some places, and also the problem with the only less than 15% of the homes, they have a laptop or desktop in their homes. So they are using, then they can use the smartphone. For many of the families, they don't have the smartphone also. And many parents, they're unable to buy a smartphone to their kids. So see, this was the situation. In the second week of the June, one suicide happened. One girl, a 10th standard girl, she's a very brilliant student. She commits suicide because there is no any electronic devices at her home. Their friends are in the online class. She's unable to attend the class. She commits suicide. This is an issue, big issue, and the government itself, the teachers organization, many staff clubs in the different institutions, and as well as the students union and students organization, and then organization like NGO and National Service Scheme and NGOs, many NGOs, including some NGOs from UAE, they start collection of the money and to give the mobile electronic devices to needy students. So things, and also the internet players, providers like Jio and RailNet and all they're played well, and what they've done, they make the connection almost all areas. So the things are in okay in the first week or second week of July. So we started to enjoy the classes, students and teachers start enjoy, because we are human being. Even in all adverse situation, we start to enjoy our life. Then we are going to celebrate the birthdays in the virtual classroom. And then we accepted virtual class is a reality. And we celebrated Onam, our national festival, in the virtual classrooms. And also we have social gatherings. And also we conducted parent teachers meeting, and we received very different feedback from the parents. So one parent complained, my kid is just on the your device and she's going somewhere else. So teachers should take care. This was the day. This was the thing. And then things are okay. Now we are enjoying the social life through the online. But we have facing problem that the students, they are using the smartphones always 5 hours, 6 hours in a day. They have eye problem. So we are recommending for the eye doctor, and they're recommending the specs and this thing. And also another problem of evaluation of the students, because our curriculum, everything is set based on the offline examination at this. We are facing the problem. Anyway, we hope that all of us hope that within months we can, or coming near future, we can come to a normal world and everything will be okay. We can pray for that. And thanks once again. Thank you for all Disha members for having an opportunity. Now I am talking from the Palakkad district. This is my home city. I am working in Kannur district, and this is the issue. This is the thing. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Again, a lot of wisdom. The reality, this is like everybody says, this is now the new normal. And we did face a lot of challenges, but we human have the ability to survive and bounce back. And this sort of meetings will definitely help many people to energize themselves to and move forward. Lovely. Thank you so much for your kind words, sir. Yeah. With this, we are not extending again. We are just going for the announcing of winners for the quiz. And for that, and before that, I want to thank everyone. The reason is, we said till 6:30. We are almost half an hour extended meeting is going on. And normally it's said like this: listening is often the only thing needed to help someone. And by listening to all the speakers who have been talking, you have helped all of them, and you have helped this complete family. I really want to thank each and every member for your valuable time. And with this, I would want to request and invite the secretary of Disha. When I talked to Mr. Ajit, the president of Disha, he said he is a founder member of Disha who is very dedicated and very close to Disha. And he's one of the sincere members, Mr. Ajit, I've seen till date. And with a lot of goodness in heart, he is helping Disha to explore more and to do a lot of charity in this region. I want to invite the secretary of Disha, Mr. Venugopal.
Hi, good evening to all. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, the winners list will come on the stage. So please view this. Okay. I can say the second runner-up is Mr. Badrinath. And the first runner-up is Mr. Danish.
First runner,
And the winner is Anjali B. Nair. So the winners list, it's been announced. Now I have to say vote of thanks. So before that, I show the prize. So the prize can be viewed on the screen. So
Okay.
Yep.
The first prize has gone.
The winner prize has gone to Anjali B. Nair. So she's there in India, in Kerala, Kottayam, and price is 1,000 Indian rupees. The other two persons in Dubai, so they have been given the gift hamper. So it's sponsored by Multiplex, and we can view the gift pack Mr. Ajit has holding it. So this part is over. Now I have to say a lot of thanks. So first I want to thank all the speakers. The first is Mr. Amit Mulani, the first person, and I can say the forerunner and champion of charity. Always Disa is conducting the any event. We are going to him first. So we thank you, sir. And the second person is Mr. A. Balakrishnan. He has given us very extended speech and he has shown us the post-COVID scenario, what it could be, and we can do what the best. We thank you for his beautiful speech. And next person is Mr. Kalai Mani, the manager of Alliance Insurance, and we thank you also, sir. And Mr. Feroz has given us a detailed description of the academic scenario, and we thank him also. And finally, I have to thank Mr. Francis Ashok and Ms. Shantini Kurana for her kind words and always shown that compassion and empathy as she has explained what Disha members has always stood for. We thank each and everybody and we thank all the members, and the purpose of this event is to give an insight and to get an outlook from our speakers and to get rid of this fear psychosis. And all we know, nobody is safe unless everybody is safe. So let us follow the guidelines and get rid of the pandemic. Cheers to all. Thank you. And over to one more person, two more persons, the Disha members. I omitted to thank Mr. Majukumar, who has done the IT, and Mr. Ashik, the energetic young man recently joined us. Thanks to all of the members and all the participants and all family members. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Venugopal. See, we'll be winding up this meeting in a few minutes. It takes a lot of courage to come and talk in front of an audience, whether it be a virtual meeting or whether it be a physical meeting, and it gives a lot of experience. That's what you have been seeing from last two hours. And I really want to thank the winners, Ms. Anjali, Mr. Danish, and Mr. Badrinath. Fantastic. It shows your spirit. And the first prize winner, it's 1,000 rupees will be transferred from Disha to her account. And for the second and third prize, you will be getting this gift hamper, the wonderful gift hamper. It will be delivered to you by Disha team. Yeah. Many people have given the answers correctly. And what the first come first basis, we have assigned this and we have made this. Mr. Majukumar have done a fantastic system, and automatically when you put your answers to the system, it goes and calculates and the winner is automatically given. Then just before winding up, we request any two people to volunteer and share experience in 1 minute about the session which you are about to complete. If there is any volunteer, you can just raise your hand and unmute yourself and just share your experience about this session which I've just concluded. Yeah, please go ahead, Ms. Shantini. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, I would like to say this session has been wonderful, a great initiative by Disa, because this brings a lot of people I didn't know, the members. So it brings a lot of members close together. And all I can say is, as this is a saying, I think, from Prophet Muhammad, and peace be with him. He said, you know, when you do charity, it never decreases your wealth. It will always come in front of any calamity for somebody else. So I think let's kind of spread this goodness and be connected with each other. I know so many more new people I've met today, so many new people I've heard about. So I think it's a great experience. And thank you so much for the entire team that has put this together. Honestly, thank you. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We would request one more volunteer to share their experience about this session. You can unmute yourself and then just talk. Mr. Kalaimani? Yes, sir. Yeah. Please, go ahead.
Yeah, great thanks to you. You're nicely presented, and all the events. No, it's a one event. A lot of things have happened within 2 hours, as you said. Nicely enacted. It's nicely well lit, and everybody has enjoyed. And the purpose of Disa is achieved. It's not being achieved. It's achieved. Today, what you wanted is done nicely. So great thanks to you, and great thanks to all other people, all the members, all over the world. Some members are there. My thanks to all of them. God bless you all. Take care. God bless.
Thank you so much, sir. Lovely words. With this, we want to officially conclude the meeting. I can see everybody's time is so valuable. Everybody have a lot of work to do back in office, back in personal life. Wonderful to have you all. Thank you so much for Disha, the ExCom committee, to choose me to lead this session. My humble thanks to all the Disha members, and thank you so much. Have a great evening.